Hello there, vinyl community. How we doing? Adam here from the Freight. I hope everyone is having an awesome day, and I am psyched to come at you with this video. This is a one record review video. I am gonna keep this, I think, fairly short and sweet, because we are talking about just one record here. But man, what a record it is! So about a month ago, maybe more, 6 weeks maybe, I don't know, Analog Productions announced they were doing I think four Who releases, which is awesome. Everybody, a lot of classic rock fans dig the Who, including myself. When it first got announced, I wasn't overly super excited one way or the other. I am definitely a Who fan, going back, to when I started getting into classic rock, of course, and Pete Townsend especially, what an influence he is for pretty much all guitar players that are into classic rock sounding stuff. And I had kind of gotten away from the Who in recent years, not by choice, just because of listening habits. I just hadn't picked up a lot of Who records in recent years, so it wasn't something that I was like jumping at the bit about. But there are, for me, there are a few Who records that are truly absolutely essential to music and to rock and roll. Live at Leeds being one of them, and I also did pre-order the Who's Next UHQR. The other ones I'm a bit on the fence about, but I'm sure they'll be pretty solid. But I'm looking forward to hearing the UHQR of the other Who record. That's gonna be special. I think. I'm hoping it will be anyway. We'll see. Who knows? But I need to talk to you about Live at Leeds. Okay. This is the Analog Productions Double 45 Live at Leeds. We have the really super thick, high quality jacket with the awesome gatefolds. Just two iconic pictures here of Pete and Roger doing their thing. Really, you guys know the deal with Analog Productions and the jackets. They're crazy high quality. You know what you're getting there. No surprises there. This is Double 45, mastered by Chris Bellman. Now, my understanding is, and I could be wrong, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, is that these were cut a long time ago by Classic Records, I believe, possibly. And either way, they're cut from the original tape, it says, all analog by Chris Bellman. We all know Chris Bellman's work speaks for itself. The dude kills it. He's just as good as it gets out there. He's definitely in the top of that mastering, who's out there now, the Mount Everest of mastering engineers who are active now. He's certainly on it. So, of course I was familiar with Live at Leeds. You know what I mean? I had the CD back in the day. I tried to dig it out. I couldn't find it. My CDs are largely stored in like an accessible big kind of couple bins that I have. But it was something that I couldn't find. I tried to find it and I couldn't. So I couldn't compare it to that. To be honest with you, my CD playback system is decent and it goes through the same preamp and amp and speakers, obviously. But the CD player itself isn't as high quality as my vinyl playback system anyway. So I don't know how fair of a fight it would be regardless. I did stream it on Tidal. I have a decent streaming setup going through it. And, when I streamed it, it brought back so many like floods of memories of what I love about live rock and roll music. And this album captures the Who, in my opinion, at their just peak of powers. They kill this set. Those of you that are familiar with the record already know this. But what comes through on this Analog Productions Acoustic Sounds release, Double 45, is freaking ridiculous, okay? This is the best sounding live record I've ever heard, bar none. I have not heard a better live sounding record than this. The music absolutely leaps off the record, leaps out of your speakers. It is it captures the Who, right? Which I don't think was always easily done. And when you heard this record in the past, obviously it has the pedigree and reputation it has because of the band's performance on that was that they laid down that was caught to tape. So the music speaks for itself, and the set list is incredible. They are all four of them are at the top of their game in 1970 playing these songs. Like, you hear it, it comes through. But I have never heard it like this. And I put this record on, expecting it to be solid. You know what I mean? I love Chris Bellman. I love, this record, this music, The Who. So I was expecting it, to enjoy it. I was not expecting it to be as impressive as it was. This was freaking ridiculous. What a great listening experience this was. Did not care that it was 45 RPM in the least, because it was like, it's so energetic. You're up listening to it anyway. You're like, holy, this is like, it's an engaging recording. There's no doing, too much else while this record's playing, because it's that engaging. It sounds that good. The music is boom, 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 boom. It's like continuous, and it's rapid pace. And I've never heard the representation of this record so great. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And I've never heard a live rock record sound this good. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It's really great. So let's talk about some things of what's captured on this record that makes it so good. Actually, let me show you a couple things first before I get there. That'll give a little context here. So you see, I'm just going to show you one of the records here. This is I believe side D. Okay, so you just see this is the one song. This is the Magic Bus side. Okay, side 4 just has Magic Bus on it. When it gets to Magic Bus, the whole record is unbelievable. Magic Bus is the only song on side 4, and when that song comes on, it's like a whole different album on that one song. The sound of John Entwistle's bass and geez, my God, Pete Townshend's chunking guitars, the riff that he plays. It's like it's live in the room stuff. Like, I don't know how they captured it so unbelievably raw and well in 1970. It's like, it's unbelievable how wildly accurately and organic they captured that. I've played many Vox guitar amps. The guitar amp I have now is a very high-end amplifier called Victory, whose circuitry is hand-wired based on the Vox AC30 classic circuit. Now, Vox is a very distinctive sound. That's what Pete was playing through with this. And you hear his Gibson SG ripping through that Vox amplifier like nobody's business, and it's got that raw, cagey, shimmery but grungy sound going that is just, it's one of the best live guitar sounds I've ever heard. The fact that it was captured in 1970 is just mind-blowing. Keith's drums, I mean, like, flowing across the soundstage. Toms to cymbals. And man, like, one thing about Keith's performance in this record is that it's so unbelievably tight, and you don't always associate Keith Moon with tight, especially in, like, the era of him and his alcoholism, and everybody knows about that. And there was some live performances that might have been less than. Not this one. This is maybe one of Keith's finest hours captured on tape. He kills it, along with Entwistle and Daltrey's voice. I mean, this is just, from top to bottom, incredible. So I want to show you, it does come with all the extras that came with the original. This paper sleeve here houses all the things that did come in the original. So it's got all the things like the delivery of the fireworks, which is the the smoke grenades there. This is like, the contracts of some prior events and like rates and things like that leading up to it. Some My Generation lyrics. This is another sort of business contract plan there about their fee for that. I think it was $12,500 in 1970. Not bad. This is just that iconic town. I mean, look at that. That's what it's all about. And this one is this says the Vox amplifier thing. You can read it there. That's what he rented, as well as John Entwistle's bass. You can see that. This is again, contract letter, all this paperwork. I won't go through it in great detail. This one's kind of funny. This is an EMI Records from 1964, a copy of them basically rejecting The Who, which is kind of awesome to see. More contract dates and pay and things like that. Again, this is all stuff that came in the original as well. Awesome picture of the boys from way back when. And then you get your Live at Leeds poster. So it came with all the same goodies in a really high quality reproduction way. But I think what I need to hammer home here is that this is a home run. If you are even a casual Who fan, or you were and you kind of not lost touch with them is the wrong word, but just went to other places listening wise like I did, I just haven't revisited The Who in recent years. I just haven't. And I'm kind of thrilled that I bought this. I wasn't going to. And I made the decision to buy it after going back and streaming Live at Leeds again. I'm like, man, this is so good. I really want to hear what this is going to be like. I'm very glad I did. This is the best live rock recording I've ever heard. It's just my opinion. If you enjoy the Who's music, the set list they play is killer. And the way that Pete Townshend's guitar jumps off this record it's one of the best sounding captures of live guitar sound I've ever experienced. And if you had any doubt of how good Pete Townsend was before you hear something like this, listen to this record with the volume turned up, and then come talk to me about what you think of Pete's guitar playing after hearing it in this context, because he does exactly what every song calls for. He's so good. So good. It's not always about shredding. It's not. And Pete Townsend proves that masterfully on this live record. So yeah, I cannot recommend this enough, guys. If you are on the fence with it, I would say go for it. I don't know how limited it is. I have no idea. So, they tend to do things in limited numbers, but what is limited nowadays? They do a lot of them. I have no idea. You'd have to go on the Analog Productions website and check it out. What I can tell you is that if it at all interests you, I recommend it wholeheartedly. I truly do think it's the best sounding live record I've ever heard. It brings the Who's music to life in a way that it deserves to be brought to life. I'm very glad to own this record. And that's really all I got to say about that. And I won't drag it on any longer, but double thumbs up for me on this record. Chris Bellman nailed it. Analog Productions. Good job. Awesome stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much again, and welcome all the new people that have come on board. It's so great to have you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.